every speaker at the IATA conference had the same thing to say. For the continent to reach its economic potential, aviation is going to play a key role.
You know, the 20-year forecast for GDP growth in Africa is 1.5 points above the world average of 3.2, so it's 4.7%. But air travel is an enabler. As more and more people travel, as travel becomes a little less expensive, a little easier, we can see that number increasing even further.
I'm still very upbeat, even though we've been battling for 21 months now, because the dynamics still stay the same. It's 1 billion people, it's 15% of the world's population, it's 20% of the world's land mass, and it's 3% of the world's aviation. A total mismatch.
While the projections are all upbeat, those who have tried and succeeded in launching new airlines on the continent have faced several challenges.
Our biggest challenge is the fact that when we started, we expected to be allowed to fly regionally pretty well on day one. That was what the Tanzanian government thought we'd be able to do. Because we're a Tanzanian company, a Tanzanian airline. But the other governments have pushed back.
The regulatory environment is always talked about as a challenge, and it certainly is, and aviation faces that, both in terms of when and where you can fly, in terms of bilateral regulation that might limit the amount of frequencies in an individual market, but it might also control pricing. And then there's further regulatory environments that people face. Do I need a visa in order to travel there? How easy is it to get that visa?
Some might say that the projections for the next 20 years are a little upbeat. However, there are some challenges that need to be met in order for the continent to reach its full potential. I'm Angelo Coppola for CCTV in Sandton.